Hey everyone, welcome to the Beyond Boudoir podcast, where I chat with ladies who've been in the studio with me. Hello, I'm Stuart from Classic Boudoir in Nova Scotia, Canada. In the first 18 months of running my studio, I've photographed about 100 women. All of them have left an impression on me. This podcast is all about them and their incredible stories of struggles and pain and self-doubt and, more importantly, perseverance, strength, and overcoming some pretty difficult things. It is not a photography podcast, so we won't be talking about gear or lighting or the industry or cameras or anything like that. These are real chats with real women, so listen in and be inspired, like I am. Hello, Monica.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really well, actually. I'm a bit tired. Some of my muscles are a bit sore from doing all the posing. How are yours?
I'm probably going to pay for it later, but
Yes.
It was good.
So you've got the wine and Tylenol ready to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yep. Already.
Yeah. Excellent. So there is a lot of posing and there's a lot of arching and stuff like that. Was it like you expected it was going to be?
Actually, it was a little more comfortable than I expected it to be. I come in with bad nerves, but immediately felt comfortable.
That's so cool.
Made it a lot better.
Yeah, brilliant. So you had fun?
I did.
Brilliant. I can see that big smile on your face. You got such a beautiful smile as well.
Thank you.
And you look incredible. Like Sharon did an amazing job. And you told us you don't wear makeup.
I don't.
Often.
I put eyeliner or eyeshadow on every once in a blue moon, but not typically, no.
You look so beautiful. And those waves in your hair, you just look really nice.
Thank
you. I
you.
noticed you're dressed up, so you're going for a date afterwards?
Me and Tony are going out for supper, so.
Fabulous. And so he knows you came to this.
He knows
right?
I came only because I was looking at different poses and he wanted to know why I was looking at sexy women photos. So I kind of had to give him an answer.
At least you didn't have to do the sneaking out of the house with a bag full of underwear.
No, it was
cool.
good. So he knows, yes.
Good. And do you think he's excited to see it, or is it like he's happy
I don't think he really knows what to expect, so that kind of leaves it open.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anything will be a surprise to him. He knows I stole his shirt. I made him specifically take that out, so
yeah.
I don't think he really knows to what extent the pictures are. So it'll be a nice surprise for him.
Yeah, I think so. So obviously we've done, lots of posing and stuff like that. Is there any that you think he's going to really like?
He will like anything that shows my bum.
Reasonable. Yeah, that's fair.
That's typical.
So quite a few, probably.
Yeah, there'll be a few.
And so what about you? Is there any, of all the poses and looks that we did, is there anything that you're really looking forward to?
Not really. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing them all.
Yeah.
Like just to get a rough idea. Each one probably has a different look as to what I'm looking for type thing. Like one might have more of what I want versus another one that might have something else that I wanted. You know what I mean? Like kind of a combination. So I'm excited to see them all.
Yeah, me too. Me too, actually. I stop myself from looking today because, I'm still in the shoot. We're still having fun and that lasts for me for the rest of the day. And so when I look at them, it's different when I look at them tomorrow. Yeah. But I am really looking forward to them. So tonight I will put them on my backup system, but I'm going to stop myself looking because I'd be sitting there like, oh, I love that one. I love that one. Oh, that's so good.
And that'll be my issue.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So I always say so a lot when I'm nervous. What made you come? Why are you doing this?
Well, actually, I seen the ad on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's where I first seen it. And I thought, I never really put the effort into myself and concentrating on myself. I've always concentrated on everybody else. Mm-hmm. I've always looked after everybody else and never really concentrated on myself. So I thought the hair, the makeup, the photos, it was all something outside of my comfort zone. Yeah. But yet something that would make me feel good about myself because I never really took that time.
Well, I'm glad you came.
And at 48 years old, it's time to look after myself. So,
yes. Yeah. So Is it something you'd wanted to do and the ad kind of pushed you over the edge, or was it?
Pretty much, yeah. Like I was looking, it was the 40 over 40. Okay, well, I'm over 40 now. I'm almost 50. Like, it's coming up pretty quick. So I figured now was the time. And I needed to get away. I needed to do something for myself. So that was the whole point of it.
And so did you act, I normally don't ask people, so did you act straight away? It's like I saw it and then I'm going to fill it in straight away? Or did you kind of mull it over?
I filled it out as soon as I come across it. It was the first thing I went, okay, I'm going to do it. Now's the time. It's kind of the same way I met my boyfriend now. Yeah. We talked online and then decided we were going to meet. I went about halfway and I thought, no, I got to stop and have a cigarette and think about this. And I stopped and I actually coaxed myself into the fact that, okay, you got to keep going. You're not going to get any further if you don't go meet him. So I talked myself into that, going for that. That was my first step at starting to live for myself. So nice. I met him. We've got 9 months in, and then I seen that, and I thought, okay, everything else seems to be lining up. Let's go ahead and try it. So
fabulous. And so, did you have to stop halfway today for a cigarette?
No.
Oh, wonderful.
No, I didn't have to stop halfway coming to do it. I knew.
So I'm less scary than a new boyfriend. I like that. That's cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was it like? So you said you haven't looked after yourself. So what was it like to like just sit in the chair and be pampered? It was
so relaxing.
Yeah.
Like I could sit there all day.
Just
do different hairstyles. I don't care. Like I could just sit there all day.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, good. That's part of why I want the hair and makeup done is whether there's two. One is obviously we get the style that we like. Sharon knows, what looks good on camera. So there's the technical side is I don't have to edit shiny faces and things like that. That's one part. But the other part is I want this to be an experience. I want this to be something that you remember, not just the photos, right? So when you see the photos, you can imagine yourself back. Yeah,
I can laugh at a few things.
Well, there were definitely a few laughy moments for sure. But yeah, just that remembering that you've done something for yourself. It's out of the comfort zone and it's just memories. Those memories. Like,
it is.
I did it. And so yeah, the ladies, they do an awesome job.
They did a great job.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Olivia's funny.
She is. And Sharon is too. Sharon, when Olivia doesn't do the assisting, Sharon does as well. And so you only got to see her for the hair part.
Yeah.
She's really funny once we get going as well. Which is interesting because the two of us are introverts and yet we still kind of bounce off each other.
Yep.
Liv is definitely an extrovert, you can probably tell. But yeah, we've been working together a long time. So that kind of energy flows between us, which is really nice.
It just makes things go smoother.
Yeah. And then we've always found, and partly because I'm English, so we use humour all the time, but humour just kind of breaks the barriers down, doesn't it? Like, you cannot be nervous and laugh at somebody posing on the floor at the same time. So
you got to have fun.
You do. And I guess that's probably the most important thing for me is that you've enjoyed the experience. You've had fun. It's meant something to you.
Yep.
And that kind of makes us happy too.
Yep. That was the whole point. And it was an amazing experience. I would definitely recommend.
Wonderful.
No issues there.
That's so cool. So that's kind of actually what the last thing I was going to ask you. If you sat in a coffee shop opposite someone, a friend, and you say, look what I had done, and you're showing you pictures, and she goes, oh, that is so cool. I'd never looked like that if I did it. What do you say to someone who's...
I honestly, everybody's different about themselves. So it's all in how you approach yourself and how you feel about yourself. You're not going to feel any worse by doing it.
That's
honestly,
true.
You can only feel better. So it's the way I look at a lot of things. I always try to find the positive of everything. Try to stay away from the negative.
You can get bogged down in that, can't you? So are you, somebody said this phrase, screw it, do it.
Yep.
Are you one of those
Pretty
people?
much, yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's why we ended up here. In fact, that's why I ended up here in the studio doing this.
Yep.
Because I found it and I'm like, okay, I'm doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. So that's cool. And I think that's really it. everything today, other than to say thank you.
No, thank you. It was definitely an amazing experience. I would recommend it to anybody.
That's so cool. And thank you for trusting us to, do this experience with you. And actually, I do have a question around that. And I don't normally ask this one. Did the fact that I'm a fella make a difference? Was it part of your thought process, or
No,
just I don't care?
Actually, I had a lot of, like, my sister and her ex-husband. Oh, if I had known, I would have got you to, like, a couple people they knew. And I said, no, it's actually more comfortable going and having it done by somebody who doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
And they get the impression of who you are from the time you meet.
Yes.
Versus somebody that already knows you and knows of you, and you get more judgmental that way.
Yeah.
If I go to somebody that doesn't know me, I don't know them, there's no judgment. It's
true.
only your impression, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I've never thought of that one before.
Yeah, so I was more comfortable, whether it sounds weird or not, I was more comfortable having the photos done by you, not knowing who you were, than I would have in front of somebody that knew me.
Interesting. I think I'd probably be the same, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would.
There's less judgment that way. So, yeah.
Good. Interesting. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
I like these little insights. It's like kind of the psychology and the listening to people. Yeah. All right. Well, that is everything. Thank you very much. Enjoy your date. You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
And that dress looks fabulous. So,
thank you.
I will speak to you soon.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.